it's always there. Like no matter what, it is there. And that voice, it is built from a lifetime of experiences and emotions and stories that we've been telling ourselves or that we've been told, right, in the past. And so many of our core beliefs were ingrained in us when we were little, between the ages of 0 to 8. And all of those beliefs still to this day, if they're not rewired, they are redirecting you every single step of the way. If you're ready to create a salon business that thrives, but also aligns with your values of clean, holistic, and sustainable practices, then you're in the right place. Whether you're just getting started on your journey or you're already running a successful salon but crave more impact and clarity, this podcast is for you. I'm going to dive deep into mindset, systems, and strategies that help salon owners like you grow and scale your business while staying true to your purpose. Every week, we are going to have real conversations about the challenges, the successes of running a holistic salon. And I'll give you my insider tips. So if you're ready to transform your salon into a powerhouse of purpose, profit, and peace, let's get started. Welcome back to the Impactful Salon Owners Podcast. I'm your hostess, Jacquelyn Rodriguez. And today we are going to talk about why your salon is not thriving. And it might not be what you think. So want to dig into something that probably has been on your mind if you have been feeling stuck or frustrated with your salon's success. And if you're not feeling like you're thriving the way you want it to be, maybe you're putting in all the hard work, but you just haven't quite found the success you're looking for, or your success is costing you so much more than what it's worth. So I want to share some things that really changed my entire view on success in my business, in my relationships, in my personal life. And it's not about adding another strategy or tactic in your business or marketing or anything like that. It is all about our lives reflecting back to us what our subconscious beliefs are. And our subconscious beliefs run the show. And it was a hard pill for me to follow or swallow. Um, but the fact is that every result that I get in my life is all driven by my core belief. And when those core beliefs are not aligned with what I really want, that's when I start hitting those roadblocks and hitting obstacles and having things like fall apart. Um, and, obviously, just to preface this too, like there are outside circumstances when the economy goes bad and, things happen. And we have seen over and over and over again that even in a bad economy, there are people out there who thrive. And you have to wonder, like, what is it? Why? Why are they thriving and maybe you're not? Or vice versa, why are you thriving and somebody else is not? Right? And that all comes down to that core belief system. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it all down. And I want to support you so that when you are feeling down and maybe you're not making the money that you hoped, or you're not attracting the right clients that you had been hoping for or trying to attract, it's not because you're doing everything wrong. It's because your subconscious beliefs do not align with the vision that you have for your life, for your business. And until you identify and rewire those beliefs, you're going to keep seeing the same results over and over again. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much you sacrifice, no matter anything, until you really get to those core beliefs, it's going to stay the same. So let's break it down. Okay, so let me start by saying this. I firmly believe that success starts with alignment. If your belief systems don't align with that of what you want, no matter how much you consciously think that you want it, you will sabotage yourself. And even if you're not realizing it, right? I cannot explain to you. And I'm telling you this because I have lived this. I have sabotaged my own success so many times until I really got serious and I learned the steps to stop sabotaging myself and to align my beliefs with what I wanted. Um, I lived it. Like I was there. And it sucks so bad. It sucks so bad because you're doing, right? And quote unquote, doing the right things. And you still aren't getting to where you want to be. And truth is, like, I still have moments like this. Like, I say none of this with me having like figured it all out and done everything perfect. Like, every single episode I talk about things like this, I am talking from experience. And also, I'm talking from a continuation of these things. I haven't conquered any of this. I still have fears that come up. I still have challenges that come up and beliefs that come up that are holding me back or that are not working for me. Now, the difference is I know the steps. I know exactly what to do. I allow myself to feel it and then I put into place those steps to rewire the subconscious thoughts that are getting in my way and keeping me stuck. That is literally the only difference is I know the steps and I implement them faster and faster each time I have a obstacle in front of me. So we have this little voice in our head that influences how we see the world and what we think we're capable of. And it's not something that you're usually conscious of. But so the problem that most people have is they think they just need to work harder, try a new strategy to fix their business, get a new coach, get a new product, add a new service, hire a new team member. But the fact is that you can have every single strategy in the world. You can have the best team members, the best clients. And if you do not believe it, if your belief system doesn't feel like you are worthy of it, that it is true, that you deserve it, you will sabotage it unknowingly, obviously. Like none of us are going out there trying to sabotage ourselves on purpose. Um, but it happens, right? So you think that you just need to post more on social media, and that's not going to magically change your dream clients. But the truth is, no amount of external fixing is going to fix what's happening on the inside. So you want to think through this, right? See where you're stuck, see the patterns that you're creating over and over again. So what's fascinating about our subconscious is that it's a program that's running on autopilot. Like literally your mind is just like your web browser. You know how you can have 20 different tabs open, things are happening in the background that you don't even know. Like you don't consciously have to go and get every single program to upload each picture. You don't have to think about in the programming, like you don't have to detail out that you want to see every word, every picture, that you want the page to move and to have different pages. You're not consciously changing any of that. It's running on autopilot. It has a programming. And you also have, like, I know everybody has experienced this as you're driving home. Like you do the same drive every day from work to home, right? You've gotten in the car, maybe you had a hard day, you're thinking about a lot of different things, and next thing you know, you're home. You have no recollection of how you got home. the different like stops and making those turns and everything, because your brain, after repetition, has put that drive on autopilot. So you know exactly how to maneuver from home to work or vice versa without having to think about it. And your brain does this in order to protect you and to conserve energy, because every single thought that we have takes up energy. And if we really had to think, like literally think through everything that we do in a day, to thinking consciously about breathing, consciously swallowing, consciously chewing, consciously opening our eyes or moving our hands, we would not be able to get our heads off of the pillow, because we would exert so much energy that we wouldn't have anything left for anything else. So our brains are so incredible that with repetition, it just automatically starts to happen. And you no longer have to think consciously through this. So it saves and conserves energy. And it happens, right? Which is phenomenal as long as the program that is running is helpful to you. If it's not helpful and it's actually getting in your way, then it's creating a whole nother issue, right? So, like if you're getting home safely without overthinking, that's helpful. But what happens when something comes out of the ordinary, like and you have to kind of bring your attention back? We see accidents happening like that. So you have to look at, is that programming actually helping and supporting you? Or let's say you have a programming that clients won't pay for your services, um, and that's holding you back from everything that you're working towards. Well, would you say that's helping you or hurting you? And that's really where we have to break down the programming and what's the one that needs to stay and what needs to go. And I see this all the time with salon owners. They tell me that they want to charge more, but deep down, they believe that clients will leave if they raise their prices. So they stay stuck undercharging and overworking. And then if they do happen to like raise their prices, then they get a bunch of feedback and clients leaving. And there you go. It proves that they're losing clients because they raise their prices. Or they'll say something like they want to attract high-end clients, but subconsciously they believe that those clients won't come into their salon, that their salon is not nice enough or luxurious enough or whatever the case. So they keep attracting clients who don't align with their vision. And they prove to themselves, like, yeah, see, I told you, only bargain hunting clients come into our salon, and they always want a discount or they don't want to pay their prices. But yet they're out there and their marketing is saying that they're a bargain salon. They're giving discounts left and right, and they don't realize that this is all coming because of their subconscious programming, right? Or they'll try strategy after strategy, changing their services, their branding, their marketing, but nothing changes because their subconscious beliefs are still running on the same programming. That's huge, right? And I don't want you to feel discouragement here. Like, if we can create these subconscious beliefs, we also can break them and we can rewire them and redirect them. But the first step is even knowing that we have these subconscious beliefs creating all of these results in our life, whether we like it or not. So if we don't address these beliefs, the consequences are huge. You're going to keep spinning your wheels. You're going to work harder and harder without seeing the results that you want. You're going to feel like you're doing everything right, but wondering why nothing's changing and nothing seems to work. And eventually, you're going to start to feel defeated, and maybe you end up wanting to quit. And I say all of this because those were the exact thoughts that I had. I worked so hard and I just kept like head down, grinding, working harder, doing all the right things, saying all the right things. but my subconscious was not having it. But it doesn't have to be that way. And the first step is becoming conscious of the beliefs that you're running in your life. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. So, starting by paying attention to that little voice in your head, the one that shows up when you want to hit a big goal, when things don't go as planned. What's that voice saying? Oh, I knew this wasn't going to happen. I knew, you know, it's always hard. Like it is so hard to get new clients. It's so hard to hire a team. Nobody wants to work out there. I never can get clients to be happy. I can't. This is just the way it is. Yeah, but I never. The beliefs start with those sentences, with those words. That's how you can see what are those beliefs that are limiting your life, right? The second you think of a big goal, and then immediately your brain's like, that's not for you. That works for everybody else, but not for me. I'm different. It never works out for me. That's your subconscious belief. And believe it or not, it's trying to keep you safe, right? It's trying to conserve you energy. It is also just trying to keep you safe. If you think about caveman days, the belief was if you leave your cave, you're going to get eaten by the mountain lion. You're going to like something's going to happen. That was to keep you safe. So you knew don't go out after dark or else. Your subconscious is trying to keep you safe. This is not going to work for you or else. This works for others, but not for you because it never has worked for you in the past. So it's not trying to harm you, but again, if you don't acknowledge what the thoughts are, you can never change them. See, and this is where I get so excited because when you start to shift those beliefs, everything around you begins to change. Now, I'm going to say that again. When you shift your beliefs, everything around you begins to change. That doesn't mean that your clients have changed, your, stylists have changed. It doesn't mean that you've changed your entire marketing. Doesn't mean that your spouse or your best friend or your children have changed. Your mindset, your belief around it, and your perception has changed. And that's when you're going to start attracting the kind of clients that value your work, that are happy to be a part of your salon, and they are happy to pay because they see the worth. You'll feel more confident making decisions in your business because you're no longer holding yourself back or fearing and keeping yourself in doubt. You'll finally start to see the results that are working for you, right? The results of all the hard work that you've put in. Now, not because you changed your strategy. It's because of the mindset and belief change. It's your job as a salon owner to disrupt this cycle. It's not just for you, but it is for the entire company. The entire industry will change. Hustle culture doesn't have to be the norm. And I've talked about this on so many of my podcasts. Like, this is not normal. Hustling, working hard, coming in early, staying late, taking all of the crap from everybody is not normal. Does not have to be this way. Struggling to make ends meet does not have to be the normal. You can create a thriving, aligned business that reflects who you truly are and what you truly want. But it starts with doing the inner work. So the question is, who do you want to be? Do you want to keep running the same patterns, working harder and harder without seeing the results? Or are you ready to take a step back look deeper at the beliefs that are running the day-to-day show and start to create a new story for yourself and your business. Inside my academy, I walk you through this exact step process. Like, it's a proven method on how to recognize your beliefs, rewire your beliefs, and then get them to stick. But not only that, then create an entire business process with that belief system, with that new belief system. So, you know, today I want you to just write down those limiting beliefs. Like, what are you noticing? Like, the top 3 goals that you have, write it down, and then see what your brain tells you, whether it's possible or not. You know, put yourself in some situations where it may feel a little scary, not physically scary, like nothing's going to happen to you, but like mentally, you know, push outside of your boundaries, and then listen to that little voice that pops on and says, "Ooh, no, that's not going to work for you. Remember when we did this and this didn't work? Oh, and this works for somebody else." Like, we see people running successful salons all over, but that's not going to work for you because you don't have the right team, because you don't have the right clients, because you don't market enough, you market too much, you don't make enough, whatever that little voice is telling you. I want you to write those down. And then we're going to challenge those beliefs, asking yourself, are they true? Like, full on true. A statement that is true cannot have any like shadow, right? It cannot be partway true. It's either yes, the sky is blue, or no, the sky is not. Right? So asking yourself, is this without a shadow of a doubt 100% of the time true? Are you really not making enough money? Are all of your clients not the right type of clients? Can you really never find a team member to be a part of your salon who wants to work and is excited to be there? Are those 100% true 100% of the time? And then we start to create those new beliefs. And, you know, that's a whole lot more than I can go through in one little podcast because it is a whole process. But that's really where you start. You start to look at, what am I telling myself? And how do I start to change that? So I hope this topic has been just a little bit eye-opening, that it's not your fault if things aren't always working out for you. And not only that, but it can change. It's just looking at things a little differently in order for them to change, because you cannot keep doing the same things over and over and over again and expect a different result. Isn't that like the definition of insanity, is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result, but yet then being mad when it's not? That's the definition of insanity. So taking that time to look at what gets to change for you and how do we shift that perspective so that you can accomplish all your goals and be happy and create whatever it is that you want in your life. You are in control. And I just want to say thank you for being here. And let me know what you think in the comments or DM me. I'm always on Instagram and I love having conversations and going deeper on any of the subjects on the podcast. So message me and DM me on Clean Beauty Biz Coach, and we'll keep the conversation going there. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Impactful Salon Owners Podcast. I hope today's episode gave you valuable insight and inspiration to take your salon to the next level. Before you go, I wanted to remind you that the Holistic Salon Academy is opening up soon. So if you're ready to dive deeper into clean, holistic, and sustainable salon practices and build a truly impactful business, be sure to join the waitlist. By signing up, you'll be the first to access all of the details and exclusive content before anyone else. You definitely don't want to miss out. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed this one, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It helps to grow the show and reach more salon owners just like you. And lastly, come hang out with me on Instagram at Clean Beauty Biz Coach, where I'm a real life person who loves to connect with you. I'm always in my DMs answering your questions and would love to chat more over there. Thanks again for being here, and remember, every step forward is a step towards lasting change. Until next time.